This video is sponsored by Boost Collective. Boost Collective is a music promotion platform and also a distribution platform. They offer organic growth for your content through a variety of packages to suit any budget. Tap into 4.5 million playlist followers today through my link down below in the description that's going to give you an exclusive only here 60% off any song promotion campaign that you guys want to run through Boost Collective, as well as 6 months of Boost Pro membership where you can grab campaigns which you pretty much won't see anywhere else. Now, this membership gives you unlocked access to everything from the distro to analytics, smart links, and so much more things that they are building behind the scenes. And there's no reason to worry about botted playlists because not only does Boost Collective own the playlist that they run these promotional campaigns through, but they actually offer bot protection, which means if you do for some reason in this crazy climate where people are getting hit with fines for being detected for using botted streams, you won't have to worry about any of that because Boost Collective got your back. Now, let's get into this video. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Q Lord, and today I'm giving you 10 real ways artists can make money from their music starting today. All right, now listen. We all know the get merch, go on tour. What tour am I finna go on? Yeah, so today we're giving you the real ways. Let's get right into it. Let's implement. Let's get right. Number one, guys, sell your music directly to consumer. There's been a shift going on in the music industry where today artists are complaining that they're not getting enough money from streaming, which I can totally understand. But a lot of independent artists in today's music climate is making a livable wage by selling their music direct to the consumer, which is directly to your fans. Now, how do I know that this is a real thing? Well, there's been a lot of artists who's actually been doing this successfully. For instance, La Russell sold direct to his fans initially using his direct to consumer as his first priority, then releasing the music on DSPs for all his casual listeners, right? By doing so, he was able to find who his super fans were, who wanted to support his craft through monetary assets. But now, since he knows who the customer is, he's able to build on top of each release. So say, for instance, you release and sell to 10 people. Now you have 10 contacts. So your second release, when you get a reach of 50 new buyers, you do have those initial 10 that you still can sell to, which gives you 60. So as long as you start doing the real work and compounding on top of this concept, this can become a pyramid to your financial freedom through your passion. Now, number one, the problem with a lot of artists is you don't know your fans. All you see are ones and zeros and fives and commas, and that's all you know. But behind every single one of those numbers is an actual person. Whether it's 10 streams or 1 million streams, each of those are real people. And the reason you're not able to sell to them is because you don't know them. You don't know their name, their email, or their phone number. So the key to selling direct to consumer is getting that information and being able to market to those exact people that enjoy your music and want to give their money to you. Number two, sync deals. This is making music for TV and film, and we can also throw video games in there too, right? You definitely remember driving around in GTA and hearing different music on the radio when you're driving in the car. Sync deals. You also remember that song that you heard when the Super Bowl was playing and it was getting ready to go into a commercial break? Sync deals. Oh, and you remember on Bad Girls Club when they were about to get into a fight scene and you heard that rap song? Sync deals. I'm sure you get it by now. But why did I put this at number two? Well, as an independent artist, this is actually one of the best legit ways that you can actually make a decent living from your home studio. Because number one, it's not based on how many views you have or how many fans you have. And number two, it's actually based on the music. Now, the sync industry is definitely a different industry than the commercial urban music industry. You're making music for a emotion, a scene, a mood, rather than trying to get people to turn up at your party necessarily. But a lot of artists are finding success in sync licensing because you don't have to really play the game of the industry. But he landed a big sync placement for the intro of Love, Death, Robots, which ended up amounting to over 1 million streams, and I can't even imagine how many Shazams. So that can kind of show you how powerful syncing is, because you don't only just get heard on TV and actually get paid for your music, but it actually has tales of different exposure types going to different platforms. What makes it that much sweeter is they actually want your music. Literally, editors have to fill thousands of briefs every single day, and they need your music to do it. Number three, membership platforms. Now, I know a lot of you independent artists can kind of feel weary when I start to bring some of these more creative ways of making income from your music, but listen, as an independent artist, you don't have that machine behind you. So you do have to get a little bit more creative. You can't just go bare bones marketing like
throwing money behind everything, because that's probably the main thing that we're not having as independent artists as much. But membership sites can be very lucrative for artists. For instance, there's an artist named Mike who has a large following and has been doing music for a very long time. And he's built up over this time a cult following. People that like his music because he catered to them. But Mike sells to his fans and was able to build this community where he gives behind the scenes, giveaways, early music, podcasts, and so much more. It's very important, guys, to pay attention to your fans, and your fans will pay attention to you. Number 4, brand aligned products. All right. Now, I'm not just going to say merch, because I want to be more specific when I speak to you as an artist, even though merch can definitely be an income stream, but we have to think more brand like, right? For instance, Russ, who put out that book for independent artists, right? Now, it makes sense for Russ to put out that book because he's an artist who gives a lot of game. So if you're giving knowledge, a book is definitely a good way to hold your knowledge and share it with a lot of people. And an elite chopper. Remember when he kind of became awakened chopper and kind of got enlightened and became really self-conscious about health and wellness? Well, his new company, eVirgin, is a perfect brand aligned product that is going to allow him to make more income. Wiz Khalifa and KK. It makes sense, guys, and there are so much more different examples of this. But the main thing of getting this is making sure that your brand aligns. Now, number 5, session work or contract work, whatever way works best for you. But that could be a lot of different things, right? That could be selling your features. That could be Fiverr, right? Becoming an artist on Fiverr, making custom songs for people, even being a background vocalist, right? A lot of people need these different things to elevate their songs to the next level. And you can definitely take advantage of this because there's so many different platforms over the internet and just your social media to where you can advertise what you're selling. Okay. Now, a lot of artists don't get creative enough when it comes to this because there's a lot of different ways you can do this. For instance, if you're a singer, you can definitely work with a producer and make samples. And you can make super cool deals, I'm sure, if you're business savvy enough, right, to where you may get a cut of every single sale. Now, depending on how you work that out is all on you guys, but that's one way. Or you can be a person who is a good singer or a good rapper and become a demo artist, right? I was actually one. I worked with DA, got that dope, and I was a demo recording artist, right? We'd work on demos together. I'll cut them, and that is a way that I was able to make money as an artist myself. So this is one way that I think a lot of artists need to really start looking into when it comes to making money as an artist, guys. Session work, contract work. There's a lot of different ways, trust me. Number 6, content create. Listen, as artists, we have a lot of different interests besides just music alone, and our listeners do too, right? So if you're an artist and you like anime, start a podcast, an artist anime podcast, right? You'll amass the crowd that aligns with you and you can monetize it, right? Brand deals, donations, there's a lot of different ways that come from monetizing your content creation. It just all has to come down to, do you understand the business? Do you understand the possibilities that are out there, guys? You'd be surprised that if you start doing all these things correctly that we've discussed just so far, how this can amass to become a significant income, if not a livable income for a lot of you guys. And that brings us to our 7th. YouTube AdSense. Of course, everybody knows about YouTube. You can make money off YouTube. So we just have to throw it out there because it can be a real thing, right? Whether you're putting out music videos, lyric videos, educational content, blogging on some of your different interests, guys, YouTube pays you through AdSense. Number 8, publishing. Now, I know royalties can get tricky for a lot of different independent artists because it's one of those things we kind of learn last, right? We do everything creative first, but when it comes down to the super nitty gritty business, it kind of could be one of those last things that we kind of learn. But publishing, right? We have our mechanical side and then we have our performance side, which kind of goes back into our other thing where we were talking about sync licensing. But our performance royalties, guys, whether you're getting played in a sync placement, the mall, a restaurant, DJ plays your song at a concert. These are areas that we're leaving a lot of money on the table. So publishing is another way that we can make sure we get paid and not leave any money on the table as artists. Make sure you know what your pro is, whether it's BMI, ASCAP. Figure it out, guys, and collect your royalties, which then brings us to number 9, streaming. Now, everybody knows about streaming, and this might be your sole only way that you're thinking about making money for your music, but I'm going to tell you guys, streaming should not be the only way that you depend on making money from your music because Every other business in the world wants your email, they want your number, and they want to be able to contact you whenever they please, right? So please, if you're a music artist and you take it serious, don't think that music is your only way of making money. Now, it is a way to make money, right? Which is why it's on the list, and it could be a huge way of making money. But there are other ways as well. But streaming nonetheless is definitely one of them. And last but not least, number 10, the miscellaneous, which we kind of already know, but we got to throw them out there, right? Your merch, your touring, your promo services on social media, and kind of all of these different miscellaneous ways of making income as an artist. Now, those are my 10 ways as an artist to make money from your music. If you like any of these, if you need me to explain any of these in depth, comment down below and let me know what you think about this list. And tell me about all the different ways that work for you and which you were able to monetize your music. All right. We'll see you guys in the next video. I already know who it is, man. It's your boy, the WavMan, man. See y'all next time, man. Dunzos.